Aloha and welcome back, interdimensional friends. Arr, arr, arr. Welcome to another inspirational team meditation with plenty of extra sound effects coming your way. Thank you so much for those of you joining in. Once again, my name is Brendan, aka Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield, Skull Babylon. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for making this a part of your practice, a part of your routine. For those of you who may be watching this in the future, for those of you who may be tuned in live in this moment, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being the time-traveling wizard that you are. So as we just take these extra couple moments here, as people just start getting situated, go ahead. You can just start listening to your body. Again, for those of you who may be new, what we're going to do here, these are broadcasts that we do Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a chance for us to be able to come together as a team, for us to be able to practice meditation, for us to be able to practice mindfulness, for us to be able to practice body movement, for us to be able to practice becoming badass psychedelic superheroes. So at this point, as people just get joining in the next few moments, we're just going to start off just by doing some light, gentle stretches, and maybe you're standing up right now, maybe you're seated down, whatever works for you. That's totally cool. Again, with any of this practice, you always kind of want to customize it in your own way, make your own routine out of it. So at this point, for those of you who maybe just be joining, again, just bring a little bit of movement to your body. We're going to start massaging our body all the way to massaging, just for starting in the shoulder area, and then we'll kind of work our way down, then we'll work our way up. Then from there, we'll go into some breath practice routine. We'll activate our avatars. And then from there, we are going to do a lot of body movement. We're going to be working with the elements today. And then from there, we'll go into our chakra practice, our sound exercise, our chakra practice meditation as well. And as we're just here, and again, people are just joining on the fly, go ahead, just start massaging your shoulder wherever you need them. If you got a massage wand, a massage tool, you can use those as well. This was me last night. I was dual wielding my crystal massage wands that I make and just going to town on these. So which is super fun. Believe me, it's honestly more fun than what it looks like. But have a couple of these bad boys and these are both jet. That's the type of crystal. But again, even if you don't have any sort of crystal wand, you got your fingers, you got your knuckles. So at this point, just start massaging your body. And of course, for those of you who are joined in, you know that, or maybe you know, do you know that today is a very special day? What day is today? Go ahead and leave a comment in the chats if you know what special day today is. And of course, yes, it's Wednesday. It's today. Today's a special day. But what else is it today? And for those of you who want to leave a comment, go ahead. I'll just let you guys take a second here to guess. Because I don't know, for some reason, it's not a super commonly known, but it's a pretty big day. It's one of the biggest days that we could possibly have. I mean, so to speak. So again, at this point, go ahead, just massage your body wherever you feel that you need it, even just massaging on the arms. Again, even if you don't have a massage wand or anything like that, at this point, you're still basically just using your fingers, digging in, helping release the energy of the fascia, even working your way up to your hands. I see some people dropping in Shine Bright. Oh, it's a new moon. That's actually a great answer. That's not the answer I'm looking for, but that is a great answer. And I think Mr. Nolan knows what it might be, and I'm sure there's probably some comments on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, without any further just ado, is that the word? Today is Earth Day. So yeah, happy Earth Day. Happy birthday, spelt BEARTH, birthday. I like that word. So today's birthday, Earth Day. So again, as we're just massaging here, whoever you're massaging yourself, I want you to just kind of bring gratitude to that part of your body. So if you're massaging your hands right now, just take a moment here to really dig in. Again, kind of the reflexology mindset. When you're massaging your hands, you're literally activating the meridians of the entire body. So we're going to just do that. We're going to work our way through. But again, yeah, today is Earth Day. Today is Earth Day of all the days. Today is the birthday of Earth. Is that what it is? Today, the Earth was born today. I'm not exactly sure why today is Earth Day. I'm not sure how they chose that or where that originated from. I don't know how long it's been around, to be honest, but it is what it is. It's a shared, agreed upon day for us to just be able to take an extra moment here. for us to be able to recognize the earth, for us to be able to recognize our connection with the earth. And I think it's a really beautiful thing, like here's a holiday that in itself is celebrating unity, is like celebrating connection, is celebrating the sacred like presence of the earth itself. So again, at this point, we're just massaging our body wherever we need it. For those of you who just joined in, again, people sort of join in over the first like 5-10 minutes of the broadcast. So just taking this moment here, just massage your body wherever you need it. Maybe you're new to this practice, so if you are, again, you can kind of like use your knuckles, just kind of like even like using your thumbs, and just find the different places in your body, and just gently breathing here as you connect with your breath, as you connect with your connection of the earth. And so how will today be your, how will you celebrate your Earth Day today? Maybe go for an extra walk, maybe go do some like bow staff spinning down by the river or something like that. So again, today is a great day just to be able to just practice being outside, to practice being aware of that connection, to practice gratitude. And what we're going to do in today's meditation, we're actually going to practice connecting with the elements. So this is something that we did last week as well, and we're going to kind of do this again for those who may be even new to this, because routine and consistency is always valuable. So again, just keep massaging all the way down. I'm just massaging all the way down to my calves, massaging all the way down to the feet. So keep massaging all the way where you need it. Perfect. I apologize for those of you on YouTube and Facebook right now. Like, if the lighting is blowing out, it's because I had to take my blinds down to watch them. So that's why. Like, I know, like, the lighting's a little bit different in my room today, and it's probably affecting the camera, so I apologize. But anyway, just take a moment here, massage your feet, and just connect with your breath. So yeah, so today's a great day just to be able to connect with like the frequency of the earth, to connect with that frequency within ourselves, to be able to like honor that connection. That's a beautiful thing to be able to do today, and again, any day. So again, I'm just massaging the bottom of my feet right now, even the tops of my feet, and just connecting here. And even as we're just here in this moment, like just beginning to anchor in that reflection and gratitude of what Earth Day means to us. Why is Earth Day important to you? What does it represent to you? And on a deep, deep level, it's this idea of like, oh my goodness, like we are the earth. Like we are the earth. We're like, we're like fruits of the earth. What does Alan Watts say? Like an apple tree apples. Like an earth peoples. Like it creates peoples. So like we are literally, like the seeds and the fruits of the earth. And so in that sense, we literally become, again, we're branches of the same tree. We're extensions of it. We are literally the elements in human form, which is an incredibly beautiful, romantic, poetic thing to be able to think about. And yet we go through this journey, this spiritual journey that if you're tuned into this broadcast, you're on your own spiritual journey. The spiritual journey of kind of forgetting, of going through the illusion of separation in order to be able to find our way back to wholeness. And that's such a common story. And again, just finish massaging the bottom of your feet here, and then we're going to work our way up to our face. But that's such a common story that we go through. And again, part of what we're doing through our individual awakening process is that we are like reconnecting with that remembrance of wholeness, with that remembrance of like really understanding on like a deep level what it means to be of the earth. And to not just be of the earth, but to be a steward of the earth, to be a voice of the earth, to be the hands and the fingers and the eyes of the earth. And so in the same way the earth takes care of us, we too must take care of it. So again, happy Earth Day for those of you just joining in. That's why we were talking about the earth. Every day is Earth Day, I'm sure. So so again, right now, as we do this practice, for those of us joining in right now, this practice, it can be like as deep and yet as simple as you choose to make it. And so right now, as we're just massaging our face, we'll do a little bit of like smile exercise in a second. With this practice, again, like this is helping you develop routine, becoming more aware of just like spending time with your body, cultivating inspiration, joy, laughter, excitement, really being able to like tap into like more parts of your heart, tap into like the connection that we share as a team. And so out of this practice, like with the other elements of the practice, this is like helping us kind of like allow ourselves to be better channels for that creative flow, for that intuition, with that connection with like our higher self. And then at the same time, like it's also like quite simple in the sense that like yes, this is about awakening our consciousness, and it's like, oh, that sounds like a big thing to be able to do. So again, just massaging your ears right now, that's a big thing to be able to do. But like awakening our consciousness, as big as it is, it can be quite simplified in the sense that you can think of awakening your consciousness as like being a good person. And that doesn't mean being a perfect person. It just means being aware and honoring relation. So like awakening our consciousness goes hand in hand with Earth Day, because in the awakening of our consciousness, and again, just massage all the way up to the top, and then we'll do a little bit of EFT tapping for everybody who's just joining. Like, yeah, we just kind of like do a whole massage of the body and just kind of chit chatting, right? Because people are still joining, but hey, it's a nice chance just to be able to say hi to each other. So hello. But again, as we awaken our consciousness, we understand this like intimate and like deeply profound and deeply magical connection that we share with the earth, which again is like something that for a lot of us we had to kind of go through this remembrance. I'm sure when we were younger we were just kind of like, yeah, nature's awesome, and then we kind of get older and we're just like meh, and then we kind of get to a certain point where we're like, oh my god, like I remember how amazing nature is, and not just the amazingness of it, but understanding that like we are intimately connected to it, and perhaps more of a way than we even realize. Go ahead, just shake your fingers up here, grab a drink of water. We're just going to do some EFT tapping. And so out of these broadcasts, out of what we do here, again, this is really inspiring the archetype inside of us, the archetype of a shifter, of a light guardian, and that archetype that we carry is, again, relative to the context of the story that we are weaving through the work that I do through Paradigm Shift Central. But the archetype of the shifter or the light guardian is one who like works on themselves, who develops the awakening of their own consciousness while showing up to help assist with the shifting consciousness through acts of creativity and compassion. So by us like taking time to just literally do these meditations and connect as a community, we're surrounding ourselves with other people who also share this common understanding and vision of how intimately connected we are with the earth. And when it allows us to like drop into a place of gratitude, but then also moving forward with like cultivation of inspiration and like, how can I make a difference? How can I get out this message? How can I help others kind of like see what I can see in terms of like the relationship to the world around me, and the beauty and the magic and the joy and the potential that we have. And again, our role as stewards, our role as guardians of the earth, guardians of the future. So, all right. Okay. So from here, we're going to do a little bit of EFT tapping. So EFT tapping, again, I want you to just kind of like gently tap on your face. Again, for those of you who are new to these broadcasts, thank you so much. When we do this broadcast, like this is us like coming together, but this is us like growing as a team. This is us like strengthening our relationship as a team. If you are here live, be sure to try and tune in on Friday. Friday is like our extra special meditation day. So we do like some big meditations over at the life tree, the dream tree as we call it. So again, just tapping here, just getting warmed up, taking a little bit of time with ourselves. And as we tap here, we're just going to speak mantras, words of encouragement, words of affirmation, words of love to ourselves. So as you're tapping here, you can say things like I am a steward of the earth. I am a guardian of the future. I am love, I am creativity, I am balanced, I am becoming who I am here to be. I am learning each and every single day. I am opening myself to the wisdom that is already within my heart. I am deeply grateful for the world around me. I am an infinitely old soul playing the experience of this human being. I am unfolding. I am learning. I am living. I am loving. I am excited. I am passionate. I am compassionate. I am courageous. So any sort of words that you want to speak there, and again, even just kind of like tapping over in your chest. And again, as you do this, this may seem like a silly practice for those of you who may be new to this, but again, like this is like an ancient practice in its own way, where again, we're like activating the meridians, we're tapping, we're opening up the energy channels, which goes hand in hand with the next step. So it's like every part of this meditation is like one thing leads into the next. So by the time we get to the chakra practice meditation, we're like really ready for it, right? So again, just taking a moment here, speaking any sort of mantras that you want to speak to yourself. Just take a moment here as you breathe. You can say like, I am breath, I am aware, I am mindful. Speak to yourself just a few affirmations as you finish off your EFT tapping. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, shake it up a bit. And from here, we are going to just take a few moments just to be able to begin connecting with our breath. We'll do a little bit of the pranayama, the Pingala and the Ida breathing. Again, the reason for this is like a practice that's very, very, very important in terms of like opening up these energy channels inside of us that are going to help us kind of like cultivate and move that energy more, and also assist us like with the awakening of consciousness, with the awareness that we're bringing into our everyday state of being. So we'll get into that in a second, but what we're going to do here, we're just going to practice dropping into our heart space, dropping into that place of serenity, that place of awareness, that place of calmness. Call it what you will. Call it like your own little, just a moment of oneness in its own way. So from here, take a drink of water if you need it, and then gently close your eyes. And thank you again, everyone, for being here. Really, really appreciate everyone making a practice of this. So, all right. So from here, gently just practice connecting with your breath. Deep, gentle inhales through the nose. And soft, gentle exhales. Deep, gentle inhales. And soft exhales. With each exhale, just allowing the body to feel more relaxed. And just bringing awareness to the breath. We'll imagine a flame, a point of light at the center of our chest. And as we breathe here, you're going to visualize this white light moving from our chest throughout our entire body, moving like a water or plasma. As it moves through your body, just allowing all that part of your body to relax as you even just straighten your posture, straighten up your spine just a little bit more, opening up the energy channels, allowing yourself to just practice being very present. Practice feeling even just like the shift in your body, the shift in your brainwave states as you shift from a kind of alpha beta into a delta gamma state. And breathing here, feeling this beautiful white light, golden energy moving through your chest, around your shoulders, down your arms, all the way to your fingers. Feeling this energy, visualizing it with as much detail as possible, moving down your torso, down into your hips, your legs, all the way down past your knees, your thighs, and your calves, and all the way down to your toes. And feeling this energy moving up as well through your spine, all the way up to your face, your head, and breathing here as you just visualize, again, this just very powerful yet calming white energy, this white light energy. It could be any color you wish, even imagining like golds and purples and greens. As you breathe here, just visualizing, just kind of connecting with the roots, connecting with the branches above, visualizing even just this toroidal field around you, this infinite cycle of energy, kind of like the shape of a donut and you right in the middle of it. So with energy moving in almost both directions, where there is energy being drawn in from the crown, from the top, energy being drawn in from the roots as well, basically almost forming like an infinity loop of energy. So as you breathe here, soft, gentle exhales. What you're going to do here, you're going to take your hands and you're going to gently hold them in front of your stomach, in front of your abdomen. And with your hands gently in front of your abdomen, what you're going to do is you're going to visualize a ball of energy in your hands. And this ball of energy is going to reflect the energy of the earth. So have your hands just like a few, like as if you're holding like a ball a little bit bigger than a tennis ball in your hand. And you're just allowing this ball to float there in the center of your hand. And as you breathe here, gently just kind of move your hands a little bit further apart as if this little energy ball is expanding. And as you exhale, gently moving the hands a little bit closer, kind of like the inhale and the expansion of your lungs as well. And as you breathe here in this moment, I want you to even just practice feeling this ball of energy in the center of your hands, floating in your hands. Visualize it. Allow yourself to just feel as much as you can. And that may not be much, but for some of us, that may actually be kind of like, oh, like I can feel like there's almost like a field. I can feel like there's like kind of like a gravity between my hands, almost like an electric weight to the space. And even if you don't feel that, even just like imagine like, oh, what would it feel like if it was there? And then your imagination can kind of help lead the pathway to actually feeling this like energy between your hands. So as you breathe here in this very calm state, I want you to imagine that within your hands you are literally holding the world. So yes, kind of just like that song, he's got the whole wide world in his hands doing meditation in the morning, something like that, right? So you hold it here. I want you to take a moment here to really just focus on gratitude for the entire planet, gratitude for all beings. And as you imagine just kind of like holding this little magic orb, holographic orb of earth in your hands, allowing yourself to just send it any sort of love, almost like doing Reiki for the entire world right now. As you straighten your spine, breathe a little bit deeper. And so in the same way, if it was your friend's birthday or something like that, you would go out of your way and just be like, oh yeah, man, like happy birthday. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being who you are, for bringing this magic into the world. I'm grateful to know you. I want you to kind of bring that same energy to the earth. So celebrate the earth in this moment. What would you say to the earth? That may be very personal. And so if you want to focus that again, just within themes of gratitude or even just any sort of important conversation that you wish to have, but one that's going to help you kind of lead your way back to reminding you of your own service. Just kind of reconnecting you with this ancient promise that you have made with this earth, to just be able to be like, thank you, I see you, I love you, please forgive me. I promise myself and others will continue to do our best to be able to take care of you as you take care of us. Something like that. So as you breathe here again, you can just kind of like visualize and imagine your hands just kind of gently expanding and gently moving closer together with each inhale and exhale, like a little breath. And just take these next few moments really just kind of visualizing this energy moving from your heart down your hands, right out of your palms, and just wrapping itself around the earth, just holding it in this beautiful aura. You can imagine almost like kind of like, again, like a purple, green, golden energy. Just take a few more moments here to literally just send the entire earth any sort of love that you want in this moment. And at the very least, just kind of taking a moment here to connect in gratitude, to connect and deepen your relationship between yourself and the earth, understanding that you literally are it. And what does that mean to you? Just take a few more breaths here. And in this moment, allow the earth to just kind of whisper anything back to you. Allow the earth to just say to you things like, thank you. I am proud of you too. Thank you for making the choice. Thank you for seeing the connection. Thank you for honoring our shared roots. Just take a moment here in your own silence. Conclude this part of your practice in your own way, even just putting your hands to your heart, just focusing in on gratitude focusing on really kind of bringing forth that calling within your heart to be able to be like, yes, like I too will continue to be an ambassador for the future, an ambassador for Earth. And I do this through taking care of myself and by being able to help remind others of that unique connection, by honoring nature, by helping be the bridge between who I am and the magic around me so that others can see it too and experience it and feel it, really, really feel it. It's one thing to be told that you are of the earth and the earth, but to really feel it. So may more beings feel this connection and in turn come to know themselves more as well. It is within our birthright. Take a couple more breaths here. Conclude this part of your practice. And slowly, when you're ready, gently release your fingers. Shake your fingers, wiggle your toes. Straighten up your spine. When you're ready, gently you can open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. Sweet. Okay. Good job, everyone. So that was just like a little Earth gratitude meditation. You can do that any day. It doesn't have to just be Earth Day. So again, happy Earth Day to those of you who are tuning into this Wednesday, April 22nd. And with that said, we're going to go into our pranayama breathing real quick. Unless, do you guys want to do some more laughter yoga? If you guys want to do the laughter yoga again, just drop a 333 in the chat. If you guys want to do the laughter yoga real quick, because we're getting good at it. We can like literally do it in like less than a minute. And like one of the things, so again, out of watching this broadcast, I like to kind of like give you guys like little missions, like little challenges for yourself. If I were to give you guys one challenge, it would be like, A, go spend time in nature today. Go hug a tree. Like that's your objective. Go hug a tree. And then B would be to practice this laughter yoga meditation like on your own. Like try doing this on your own at some point. If it's your first time, like again, obviously just watch it, get an idea. But again, for those of you who are just kind of like starting to become more familiar with the practice, try doing the laughter yoga meditation on your own. And just like tap into that laughter mode. So all right, awesome. Thank you again to those of you leaving your comments on Facebook and YouTube. Again, I can't see the YouTube comments right now in the Facebook comments, but I can see them in my background. But I appreciate it. I can see everybody just leaving lots of love and everything like that. So thank you again, everyone. All right, okay, let's move into our laughter yoga meditation. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, okay, so the laughter yoga meditation, this is a very, very powerful, very ancient practice. Again, this was kind of inspired by Alan Watts when I heard him do this in a lecture. I'm like, what? You can do that? That's crazy. So what we're going to do here, we're going to focus on the exhale. So it's kind of like this breath where you can kind of like feel like it kind of like tucks in, where it's like ha 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 ha. So even just having your hands there to kind of help guide and everything like that, that's one way you can do it. And what you're going to do, you're going to watch me, and then you're going to kind of join in, and then we're just going to kind of like go into laughter. And the trick to this is there's a few tricks to kind of like be present, but then the other trick is to just commit. So instead of being like, ha ha ha, it's not working, that's not what you sound like, believe me. But what you can do is just be like, okay, I'm gonna like commit to like doing the breath work for like 40 seconds, and then from there just kind of like seeing what happens. It will happen. And we didn't do our smile practice meditation, so we're just going to work this in. So from here, just like big smiles. Smile asana. When you take the corners of your mouth, you lift into the corners to your ears, that's smile asana. So anyways, okay, let's get into this so we can have more time to do our dancing stuff. All right, so follow my lead. Deep, gentle inhale, exhale. So inhale. Nice big exhale on your own. Straighten up your spine. Deep inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Keep going. Commit to it. 15 more seconds. Ha, 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 ha. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. relax. Give your cheeks a little massage if you need them. My cheek muscles are getting so ripped. Like, I don't know. I feel like my cheeks are just like, they're like getting more defined or something just from us doing this practice, I swear. So, all right, okay. Good job, everyone. If you did that, yeah, you probably felt it. It's like, oh, that's like an ab workout too. So we're going to keep carrying that energy with us throughout the practice. And yeah, again, tune in different days. We'll kind of like do things with a little bit of itinerary. So sometimes we'll do like 3 rounds of that, but today we're just going to do 1 round of that. So that's the fun thing about doing this, doing this meditation and trying like doing this broadcast. This is like an hour long, but we do so much in it that it's like, it's hard to kind of like get bored because it's like by the time you're just like, oh, it's like on to the next thing, on to the next thing. So again, it's like a variety hour. So cool. All right. Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. I just want to be able to send a special thank you again to our Patreon supporters and remind everyone that the broadcast that we do here, like, again, like this is my job. This is like, as an entrepreneur, like this is like my devotion. So like the work that we do here, if you're in the position where you want to support financially, be sure to check out my Patreon. And right now we're working towards our goal of 150 Patreon supporters by the end of May, and we're currently at about 135. So if you want to be able to add your support as a Patreon supporter with a monthly contribution, please feel free to do that. I'm actually doing some work where I'm going to be like reopening the item shop, so stay tuned. That's going to be like, again, you'll get perks and rewards there. Plus, we also got some, again, like the private membership for people who sign up on Patreon at the $11 a month or more. The value for that's going to keep on increasing, especially this Thursday. This is just news I'm talking about. This Thursday, we're doing a broadcast where it's going to be how to get started as a conscious creator on TikTok. So I'm basically building a team of conscious creators on TikTok, in addition to like other stuff. So if you're a leading member, you're already in on that. But if you want to be involved with our like conscious creator team of TikTok creators, then definitely be sure to check out the Patreon and you can learn more there and send me a direct message. So thank you again, Patreon supporters, and thank you again, everyone, for just being here. And again, even just share this broadcast with one friend. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. So perfect. All right, let's move into the pranayama breathing. So the pranayama breathing, you're going to put your finger, there's slightly different variations of this technique. Thank you to Beverly, who is like helping educate me on this, because again, I'm still kind of learning this as well. But with the pranayama, we're just going to keep it quite simple for this practice. And again, we're going to get like more in depth with it as we go. But for this is just going to kind of be like the starter version of this practice. So what we're going to do here, the pranayama is the one you've probably seen before, where you inhale and then you exhale, and then you inhale and then you exhale, and then you repeat that. But what we're doing here is we're actually like helping activate these like channel waves of energy. So there's like these like spiraling channel waves of energy, the Pingala and the Ida, and they're again kind of connected to like our root energy, our life creation force energy. For the males, it's the testes. For the women, it's the ovaries. And again, the left and the right correlate to like the opposite sides, and then like one correlates to lunar and one correlates to solar. This is like, again, based on like ancient Gnostic teachings. So when we're doing this practice, this is like kind of like helping open up these energy channels, which again allows us to kind of work in hand with the awakening of our consciousness and just become more present, more just like, again, aware of the energetic body. So it's very, 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 very beneficial practice to be able to do. So right now, if you need to, blow your nose. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the Mario song with my nose again. So excuse me as I have to blow my nose, but I encourage you to blow your nose right now just so you can clear out. Nothing more human, quite like blowing your nose. So when you do this practice, if you start doing this more, you'll actually fart. Did I say fart? I love farts. You'll actually start noticing like your breath. You might feel like your nostrils are kind of like tight right now. If you start doing this, you'll kind of start noticing, be like, whoa, I can like breathe like really, really clearly. So even if you're doing this, if you feel it's like too plugged, it's okay. You can just kind of sit with this one out. Never do a practice where it's like, yo, this is like straining me type thing. Again, there's a difference between like healthy stress and then there's like, oh, de-stress. So again, if you're doing this and it feels like it's like, you know, outside of your comfort zone, like that's okay. That's okay. It's totally optional for you. So follow my lead. What we're going to do here, you can just gently put like a little hand, even just kind of like on your lower chakras if you kind of want to do that. So again, for those of you who are here, if this is your first time doing this, thank you so much for showing up. And what we're going to do here again, so this is going to be your right hand. I realize for those of you watching this like on Instagram and YouTube, it's like reversed or whatever. So again, this is your right hand. So your right thumb, your right index finger. So what you're going to do, and even if you only have like one arm, like obviously use whatever arm you got. So what you're going to do here, we're going to take a few gentle inhale, exhales on our own, and you're just going to kind of follow my lead. And we're just going to do this just like 2 or 3 times. So inhale, exhale through the nose. Just do it 2 more times. Really try and get as much breath as you can through your nose. Inhale, exhale, inhale again, exhale. Okay, so from here, just kind of breathe normally for a second. And then from here, we are going to just do another inhale, exhale, and then we're going to begin just with a big inhale through our nose. So just do a regular inhale, exhale through your mouth. Whew. And then together, inhale through your left nostril. Hold for 2 seconds. Switch, plug your right nostril, exhale out your right nostril. Hold for 2 seconds. Inhale through your right nostril. Switch, hold for 2 seconds, exhale. Hold for 2 seconds. Inhale. Switch, hold for 2 seconds, exhale. Hold for 2 seconds. Inhale. Switch. Exhale. It's going to do this twice more. Inhale again. Hold for 2 seconds. Switch. Exhale. Hold for 2 seconds. Inhale. Switch. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale. Straighten your spine. Inhale again. Hold for 2 seconds. Switch. Exhale. Hold for 2 seconds. Inhale. Switch. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale. Good. Release your hands. Just take some normal breaths. If you want to just kind of breathe in through your nose. Just kind of observing what that feels like. Okay, so again, when we do that practice, the more you start to do that, again, this is like literally just kind of like activating those energy channels. And the reason why even just doing that, like it feels like it's like, oh, that's hard. Like that's because like there's like energy channels that are kind of like not used often. So again, by us using these energy channels, by us doing things like chakra practice, meditation, again, this is kind of like opening more parts of our energetic body, which just help bring in more vitality, more awareness, more awakening of consciousness, helps us tap into our virtues. So good job, everyone. Again, if you want to do more of that practice on your own time, please feel free to do that a little bit more on your own time with any of the practices here. Like you can do this more on your own time as well. So thank you again, everyone. For those of you who tune in again on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, thank you so much. We're going to move into our standing practice right now. We're going to bring in a little bit of dance. So right now, again, in theme with Earth Day, what we're going to do is we're going to practice dancing like the elements, something that we have done numerous times in this broadcast before. But again, for those of you who may be new to this, and again, I apologize, Facebook and YouTube. I know my camera's like blown out because the light's super bright there. So for everybody here tuned in on any platform, go ahead and stand up if you're able. If you're not able to stand up, you can even do like a seated variation of this as well. And what we are going to do is just start bringing some movement into our body. So even just from here, even just kind of like doing some little wiggles, little shakes. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Do some twists. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, and then we're going to do some little shakes and some like inhale, exhales. And again, this is for those of you who may be new to this practice. This is like a really a really simple but a really powerful way to just kind of like clear out any sort of like stagnant energy that may just kind of be in our body. So again, like those feelings of like, again, like heaviness and just kind of like emotional heaviness, like oftentimes that can be helped by like physically moving the body. That's why it feels so good to work out. But we can do this literally just in this moment. So I want you to just kind of like shake here. And then we're going to do some deep inhale, and on the exhale we're going to go and then we're going to shake it out. So follow my lead. Deep inhale, big exhale. Beautiful. Do that again. Inhale, exhale. Shake it out, shake it out like you're a dog. Good job. And again, if this feels silly, perfect. Inhale again. Exhale. Beautiful. Awesome. Just going to close my window here 1 second. Alright. Okay, so from there, grab a drink of water at any point if you need it. So from there, what we're going to do, we're going to practice dancing like the elements. And we're just going to do this just for probably maybe about like five minutes. We got a little bit of extra time here. So what I want you to do, if this is your first time tuning in, a big thing that we kind of teach here is this idea of, again, just kind of like bringing body awareness into our meditation. So whatever movement you're doing here, I almost want you to kind of start off maybe at just like 60% speed. And what I want you to do here is I want you to practice moving like the elements. So in theme with Earth Day, I want you to imagine, we'll start off together, moving like water. So what does water move like? And again, honestly, like doing this, like even imagine yourself like kind of like, you know, like in your like grade 1 class or something, and the teacher's like, all right, kids, like today we're going to dance like the elements. So I want you to almost like kind of like do this in a way where you're kind of like tapping into that, you know, the inner child, the sacred child within you. And so if you were kind of in like grade 1 or something like that, and your teacher told you dance like the elements, what would you dance like? So again, in this moment, allow yourself to bring in this element of play, this element of just like magic, this element of gratitude. And as you're doing this, breathing in, and maybe you're breathing in through your nose, and you might notice from the last practice that your nose is like clearer now. So from here, I want you to just kind of imagine dancing like the water. And I want you to kind of like bring in, again, almost like this kind of like Shaolin Kung Fu style of like movement. So I want you to kind of like imagine, if you've ever seen like Avatar, The Last Airbender, use that as a source of inspiration. If you've ever seen any sort of like Shaolin monk, like martial arts, like kind of documentary or anything like that, I want you to just kind of like do this in a way where you're not even thinking about it, but I want you to, this is the interesting part, I want you to kind of like be open to the idea that within you there actually is like the data of like a part of you that might have been like a Shaolin monk in a past life. So I want you to kind of like practice listening to that as you just kind of begin moving your body and just kind of opening to this idea that within you there's already an intelligence within your body that knows how to kind of like bring this awareness into your movement. So you're not like thinking like, oh, posture 1, posture 2, like you're just moving. And again, this is a very powerful practice. This helps dissolve the ego. This helps bring movement into the body. This helps you like kind of like tap into, again, more of like that inner Shaolin Jedi style. So again, like all the stuff that we're doing here, like literally think of this as like Jedi training. Like everything that I'm doing here, again, this is like literally building like a real world team of superheroes, a real world team of modern day Jedi. So again, just moving here, and then just for 10 more seconds, and then we're going to shift it up into the element of fire. So again, as you're doing this, like honor the water. Just be like, oh, water, all the water, I am the water, shh, water of the earth, shh. And then from here, we're going to honor it, and we're going to move into fire. So dance like fire. So what does fire look like? So fire, kind of going again, even at like 70% speed, fire. This is how I dance like fire. Maybe your dance like fire looks a little bit different. For me, I kind of like position my hands where it's like the like, if you think about it, like fire, like what does fire look like? It's more kind of like sharp. It's like this like piercing. The thing with fire is that like fire is such a magical element because it literally is like raw light. It's like the same source of light that we are. And it's like it's something that is like the closest thing of nothingness desperately trying to be somethingness. I remember explaining it like that once back in the day. I'm like, whoa, that's deep. But again, when you think about it, fire is like constantly like in and out of this dimension. It's like, so if you kind of want to like speed it up a bit, what does dancing like fire look like to you? So it's like, come on class, let's dance like fire. So just do that just for about like 15 more seconds, dancing like fire, honoring the fire inside of you. And again, do this in a way where like this is your practice. So find movements that kind of like work for you. Feel the fire inside of you. You are the fire. You literally are the elements. Like you are the elements in human form. Like how incredibly beautiful is that? So just dance just for a couple more minutes. I just want to make a little adjustment here for my camera on the other side. Again, apologies for those of you on YouTube and Instagram. I know like my camera's like glitched out. I don't know, it changes every day. It's weird. It's a lighting thing. Alright, okay. Fire. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, now we're gonna dance like earth. So earth, what does earth look like? Earth would be like a little bit heavier. So imagine you're like dancing and you're kind of like a mountain. You're like dancing like rocks. One thing I want you to do, if you go outside in nature today, I want you to find a rock kind of like about this size, and I want you to practice dancing with like an element, or dance like with some sort of element of nature. So for me, like when I do this, like this is me kind of like using this as a point of focus. But again, for you to be like dancing like the elements, dancing like earth. What does earth look like? So again, earth is a little bit like heavier in the stance. You can kind of imagine you're just kind of like around like a drum circle right now. It's like so dance like earth, really get kind of like nice and wide and heavy, like you're like a mountain dancing. So if you're doing this, even just bringing, you may be feeling, you're like, oh, like I'm getting an exercise in my legs, I'm like doing like squats right now. But again, by bringing this playfulness into it, it really just allows us to be present in this practice in a whole new way. So we'll just practice out just for about 15 more seconds, dancing like earth. Honor the earth. Earth Day. Dance like earth. And then from here, we're going to dance like wind. So I'm just putting my rock down. So dance like wind. Wind. A little bit slower. A little bit lighter. Just using your imagination right now. Imagine like you're literally just like your gravity just decreased. Can you guys tell? Like, can you guys tell like how much lighter I am just by like willing myself? So again, dancing like air. Air would be kind of similar to water. These like big movements. Very present with the breath. Beautiful. And again, I really encourage it, like anybody who's just kind of like, oh, this is the thing. Do this on your own. Put on a good song and just practice kind of moving and dancing. Whether you're dancing like the elements or just dancing to the beat of your own heart. But I want you to, again, be able to be inspired by us just spending a little bit of time doing this practice, to be able to begin doing it more on your own. Create that kind of connection between yourself and like this like elemental guardian. So again, dancing like air. We'll just do this just for a few more seconds, 15 more seconds. Honoring the breath within your lungs. Beautiful. Stand up normal. Go ahead, shake it out a bit. You guys are awesome. Again, like seriously, I love when like people like send me messages after this and they're like, yo, I've been doing these practices, and they like totally just like make a difference in my day. And again, one of the big things like with these meditations, like with the energy that we're cultivating, I want you to like take the energy from this broadcast and bring it with you like into the next thing you're going to do today. So maybe the next thing you're going to do today is like clean your room. Take this energy and like put it into cleaning your room, or put it into a project, or put it into art. Like carry the momentum from these broadcasts like into the next part of your day. That's like a big reason for doing these broadcasts. But again, even if you're doing it in the evening, that's totally cool too. All right, from here, we're going to get close to wrapping it up soon and moving into our chakra practice. From here, we are going to do just some like chi breath. So put a little bit of a stance in your knees. From here, we are just going to put our hands just kind of like near our torso. And then on the inhale, breathe in. And then the exhale, nice big exhale through the mouth. Inhale again. Big exhale. Stoking the fire. One more time. Inhale. Beautiful. All right, and then we'll move into our dragon breath. Again, this is like part of our routine. For those of you who may be new, you tune in again. We do this as a regular thing because, again, this is like all like tactically plotted out. Like I chose all this for a reason, right? But again, it works. It works. And it's fun. So, all right, so dragon's breath. What we're going to do here, for those of you who may be new, get your stance as if you're going to like kick a soccer ball. So you're kind of like 1 foot back, almost like a like warrior one stance. And then from there, you're going to kind of lean into it and you're going to go, rah! And you're going to do this literal dragon's roar. And the dragon's roar is, again, kind of like releasing like this gray smoke of kind of stagnant energy. So you're releasing energy, while at the same time honoring it, honoring any frustration, rage, honoring it as like sacred love. And again, even just using this as a chance to kind of like draw in, like imagine you're powering up, like again, like a Dragon Ball Z character, where you're like, yeah, by the power of the earth. Ah. So we're going to do that together. So deep inhale, and then we'll do dragon's roar. Inhale, follow my lead. Inhale. Dragon's roar. Good. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. One more time. Release. Bring yourself to standing. Take a few moments here just to breathe. What does your body feel like right now? If you did what we were just doing, maybe you're sweating right now, which is, again, kind of just like this opening up of the energy channels. So breathe here in this moment. If you want to close your eyes, just kind of visualize the awareness even beyond your physical body. You're just kind of like feeling this like pulsating of energy in your field, your toroidal field. Just take a breath here, just 2 breaths. Soft exhale. Open your eyes and gently bring yourself back down to seat, and we'll conclude with our chakra practice meditation. Beautiful. All right, we're almost done. You guys are doing awesome. Again, if you're enjoying these broadcasts, join us again Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring a friend. Invite one friend if you enjoy this broadcast. Like just like be like, hey, like send them a direct message or link them to my profile. Just be like, yo, check it out. So thank you again to everyone on all platforms, on all networks. A special thank you to those of you newly connecting with the team on TikTok. And again, like reminder, when we're doing this, it's like, this is practice, but this is also practicing building as a team. So if you want to connect further with a team, send me a direct message. I'll send you a link for the team chat. And we got like awesome stuff that we're doing. And again, our next broadcast is this Thursday at 8 p.m. about learning to become a conscious creator on TikTok, if that's something you're interested in. All the paradigm shifters are all going to like start showing up on TikTok and everything like that. So thank you again, everyone, for being here, for adding your energy. We're going to move into our chakra practice meditation. I always... This always, for the past while, we've kind of just like, this always gets like cut right at the end. So it's just going to be a short one. The one on Friday, we go really deep with it. But we're just going to move it through each one. And again, what we're going to do, we're going to start with a brow chakra all the way down to the root chakra, going through with each individual mudra. If this is mantra, if this is your first time doing this, just kind of follow my lead. But each one that has a sound also has like a correlating virtue. And these virtues, again, are just kind of like ways of being. So again, kind of like helping dissolve the ego by awakening the consciousness. So follow my lead. Again, this is just going to be kind of like a quick one, but I'll kind of like explain it to you as we go. So you can kind of like, I'm just putting my hands here. This is kind of like a separate mudra. Deep, gentle inhale, exhale on your own. Soft exhale. Just take a couple more breaths here. And again, as we do this, this is helping like work the muscles of our energetic body. And allow yourself to just be present in this experience. So, and this is like like think of it as like an internal massage, like an energetic massage for yourself. So straighten your posture. Turn on your light guardian crystal if you got it. All right, deep inhale, exhale together. Deep exhale. Deep inhale, the sound E, serenity. Throat chakra, justness, the sound A. A. Heart chakra, compassion, the sound O. O. Pulmonaries, the sound ah, gratitude for our ancestors. Ah. Solar, the sound U, temperance, willpower. Sacral, the sound M, cultivation of sexual energy, good relation with that energy. Root chakra, patient, connection with the roots, connection with the earth, the sound S. Awesome. We'll go right up to the top. And again, by us doing all the work prior to this, again, this kind of helps us be like really aware of just the practice. And again, this may be, as we're just breathing here for a second, this may be something where you're like, oh, like this is like, I'm like feeling a lot. And then there may be other people who be like I'm not feeling much. And that's okay. Like it's going to be personal to you. But again, as you do this more as a routine, again, this is like kind of like helping strengthen those energetic channels, helping strengthen those energetic muscles. And we'll talk more about it as well. But if you want the cheat sheet for this, send me a direct message on Instagram. And I can also send you a 2-hour lecture that goes more in depth as to like what it is that we are doing here with this practice, and also just explain the chakras in general. I'm going to do this one more time. Deep inhale together. So inhale, the sound E. Inhale, sound A. Inhale, O. Inhale, ah. Inhale, U. Inhale, M. Inhale, S. Go ahead, close your eyes right now. Concluding this practice, just take a moment here. Just be aware of what your body feels like, this energy. Visualizing this like beautiful rainbow energy kind of swirling through your body, moving through your chakras. Feeling this like clarity of like this water moving through each chakra like a spinning wheel. Creating just this flow of infinite life energy, this infinite source, this infinite creativity. So by you being here today, you'll notice throughout your day that you'll just be more present, a little bit more grace, a little bit more grateful, a little bit more inspired. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. Just taking this moment to just conclude this practice in your own way. Take a moment here to thank yourself for showing up. Take a moment here to express gratitude for all the other people tuning into this, for the team. Take a moment here to acknowledge your gratitude for the earth as well on this special day, Earth Day. When you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers, your toes. Bring your awareness back to the space around you. Beautiful. All right. Thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. We'll just finish it off with a little bit of eye gazing. Again, a reminder that if you want to be able to connect further, definitely check out the Patreon for more information there. You can tune in for our team broadcast this Thursday, which is, again, becoming a conscious creator on TikTok. If you are a conscious creator on TikTok, like, I might be sending you a message. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Please feel free to share this broadcast with your friends. Wishing you an amazing Earth Day. Go out there, spend some time in nature. Again, even just kind of like go hug a tree. go like find a rock and play with it. And so just taking a moment here, just acknowledging everyone. Thank you for everything, for all that you do, for being a child of the earth and remembering what is true, for being the bridge between magic and this place so that others can see the joys in our face when we remember who we are. connected to the stars with our roots in the earth. We are here to rebirth all this wisdom within our heart so that we can do our part and remind others that it is within this moment that we truly start. Beautiful. All right. Sending you on your way. Sending you so much love. Send me a message of gratitude if you enjoy this broadcast. As always, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. Back here again, 10 a.m., Monday to Friday. Bonus vibes. All right. See you soon. Much love. Thank you again, TikTok. Be sure to even just comment on a post on one of my profile if you enjoyed this broadcast. And please feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram if you need the cheat sheet or the lecture or anything like that. And links are in my profile on my TikTok for more stuff. You can check out movies I've made, past broadcasts, lots of cool stuff. All right, thank you, TikTok. Much love. All right, thank you again, Facebook, YouTube. Love you guys so much. Like this video, share it with your friends.